Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. To Madam Hafizah. So today my team is Mashi, Auni and Zizi will present about two articles for the assignment. So the first is the detail of the article. The title is Taking Wal-Mart Global as a Lesson from the Retailing Giant. And then the other is a Vijay Govindarajan and Anil K. Gupta. And for the article is dated as a strategy plus business, and the date of the article is June 19, 2002. Alright, so this is the article by Taking a Wal-Mart Global Lesson from Retailing Giant. As an introduction, we started from a Wal-Mart store. It's one of the largest retail where global players are involved in a group of complex and as a factor in an explicit and systematic in the process. Then the company now is operate in all 50 states like Puerto Rico, Canada, China, Mexico, Brazil, Germany, Britain, Argentina, and also in South Korea. And then meanwhile, with a workforce more than 950,000, it had more than 1,300 employees working in 729 facilities outside the United States in July 199. And then Wal-Mart store also which offer clothing liners, small appliances, hardware, sport goods, and also a similar item. Now this is the Wal-Mart Super Center, which is like in US that you can see. So next. Alright, in a major finding of this company, this retail company has already developed the main capabilities of its company in the United States. And then next, based on the transformation done by this company, it has happened in 4 central areas or sector, which is like first workforce, store, customer, and also in a business model. Alright, and then Wal-Mart also has already won in the local battle, which is in the certain area, and then it has already evolved in effective measure to see how far they win. And then we can see as a local adaptation and battle with the local competition make they win at the state. And then Wal-Mart also acquiring a dominant player, occurring with a weak players, and also launching a foreign attack on the incumbent.
Okay, we move to the next part, which is important, current, and adequate explanation. Yes, the other use important and adequate explanation, which is the other site that from Wal-Mart stores, books written by Marilyn Lewis that launched at 6 March 1998. Beside, the other use information from the Wal-Mart Encyclopedia from Salomon Brothers at October 1995. However, the actor do not use current citation because every citation is start from 1990. Next. The articles is related in international business, which is in terms of globalization. We can find that globalization is in chapter 1. First, Wal-Mart need to increase in both sales and profit to satisfy capital's market expectations. Second, it need to satisfy the expectation of its own employees. The key factor in Wal-Mart's success was it dedicates economic workforce. In undertaking global expansions, Wal-Mart had the capacity to leverage 2 key resources originally developed within the earth. It could also utilize domestic developed knowledge base and competence. Wal-Mart was also able to leverage sales, direct or cost reductions ideas learned in international outlet to profit in 3,000 US stores. Next. Next, we can find that the articles is related to international business, which in the
system in their company. So it was proven by they have 300 stores in more than 35 countries, and now they have more 1,300 employees. In IKEA also provide restaurant and cafes serving typical Swedish food, and their goal is to create a much better way of life for the numerous people. We make this possible by offering an outsized range of well-designed, functional home furnishing products at price so low that as many of us as possible are ready to afford them.
Okay, so next, purpose of the article. First, purpose of the article is to tell the reader that IKEA can be flexible. It's because in every country that IKEA enter, they use a different culture and different catalog to make sure to tell the readers and another company to learn the strategy about how to take heart of the customer in that country. Second is to make the reader clearly understand about the plans that IKEA make toward each country. IKEA have lots of plans if they fail to enter the country that the culture is so hard to understand. So the third is reader need to know that even the big company can also have a big problem even though they're in a higher place. The purpose is to make the reader know and realize that even we at the highest place of the company, we also must face a problem that certain company that can't accept. For example, in China, they make an advertisement that a mother tell that her daughter need a boyfriend, so when her daughter have a boyfriend, they celebrate with the furniture of IKEA, and that's made another country triggered with that advertisement.
This major findings. So the author wants to tell the reader that actually IKEA does not separate their culture all over the world. But in fact, author want to tell everyone, every company who wants to enter the foreign market need to study at least about the culture, law, and religion. This is to make their company also reach their high expectation when they enter the foreign market.
Next is evidence of the article that the author state that Swedish doesn't market their culture to the world. It's because the IKEA use different market in every country and they respect other culture and religion. It's because they want to make sure their company is flexible and understanding to the other culture and other religion, and they also respect culture and religion is because they want to know that IKEA is friendly and a very nature company that they have made. So for the evidence, I state that in Israel, they don't use a woman picture, they just use a man and a boy to do the advertisement in their catalog in Israel country and also in Arab Saudi country. Okay, next is current citation. For the first is made online by Annabelle Ferry William to August 2017. The title is How IKEA Adapt Its Catalog to Different Culture. For example, in the article it states that when IKEA entered Israel, they don't use any woman picture or girls girls picture. So the second is shrinkthatfootprint.com by Lindsay Wilson, 27 January 2019. how big is a house? Average house size by country. In the article it states that in China, they're different in the catalog UK, when the catalog UK show that the kitchen is so big. For a while, China's kitchen is small size because of the China culture doesn't like the big kitchen.
Next is international business. IKEA corporate structure have two parties operating, which are operating and franchising. IKEA operating practice are overseen and controlled by Inca Holding BV. Inca Holding BV is a wholly owned by Sticking Inca Foundation. It's a non-profit registered in Leiden. Okay, and now the franchise who are now using IKEA concept and trademark to run business should pay 3% of their revenue.
So for the conclusion, in a nutshell, we know that IKEA do not spread their typically Swedish identity all over the world. We also can say that IKEA is a company that can conquer one world. They use media social to make sure they can get into another company and also make research of the culture of the country. Next is effective communication are able to establish a friendly understanding of the different value and belief of people in diverse culture. IKEA also makes their product friendly in each country to make sure it's suitable for the culture of the country. Last but not least, the management of the cross-culture become a priority for multinational company and the global organization, including their international strategy. So the IKEA makes some company learn how to enter the company by following their strategy and by make sure that their international strategy can gain more profit than another company.
Last but not least is recommendation. The recommendation that I learned from the article is we need to prepare and alert with the market situation and move forward to avoid unnecessary costs. For example, IKEA is extremely confident that their quality of product is incredibly good and competitors cannot compete with, but IKEA must not be like that because nowadays they cannot predict or underestimate about the competitors. So basically, we just need we have should a backup plan for ourselves for our successful